Hi everybody, it's Sid from Cool Moviegram, your source for everything about cool film. Now, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, really appreciate that. Check out my videos, like my content and comment and all the usual stuff. And for those of you who are already doing that, thank you very much and welcome back to the channel. Right, well yeah, this is again, I'm just recording these videos just to kind of like just go over any recent kind of like purchases that I've made, and also just to kind of have everything covered in terms of well, during the month of Ramadan. I ain't going to be able to actually have time to film, so I thought might as well just get everything done on the night before Ramadan starts, before I start fasting and yeah, and all that. So of course I'm just going to be doing releasing a few review videos, just to kind of you know, reviews of some social media, well, some physical media that I've recently got. This week it's going to be for To Kill a Mastermind. Of course, this is 88 Films release again, which I'm supposedly doing. Yeah, this is the Shaw Brothers movie. This is a 1979 film directed by Sun Chung, and it's of course it stars Teng Wei Hao, Lo Xing, Shi Kang, Yun Hua, Wang Longwei, and Yun Bun. Yeah, this is the plot of the film. I'm just going to read from the back of the cover. Now, okay, be careful. No one's safe as long as the evil kung fu masters of the Chi Sha clan terrorize the land. Can they be stopped? The authorities have placed a spy in their ranks, but the clan and their mysterious unknown leader won't go down without a fight or several. Barely pausing to catch its own breath between brawls, To Kill a Mastermind was produced by Hong Kong's legendary Shaw Brothers studio and features the astounding acrobatics and mind-blowing martial arts skills that make their films so special. Long unavailable, famously difficult to see, 88 Films are proud to present this essential rediscovery in a brand new Blu-ray edition. I think that this was pretty much more it was like a modern day action movie set in a period costume era kind of flat story, because I mean the director himself, Sun Chung, who also directed the absolutely amazing Avenging Eagle, which also had the same kind of feel. The fact that it was playing more like a suspense kind of like a crime thriller set in a period costume setting, has done kind of like pretty much the same thing here. The plot of the movie, that's what it feels like. But of course, instead of like gunplay and triads, you've got like evil clans and the people trying to bring them down, but of course with an undercover spy. Yeah, I mean, it's in terms of like the action, there is a lot of it as well. I mean, especially when you get to see Yun Hua and Yun Bun, who are you know, they're part of the Peking Opera School from Master Yu Jun Yun, of course, which includes people like Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yun Bu, and because they had appeared in Shaw Brothers movies as well. Yeah, it's actually pretty. You know, it's the sets, the designs are really good, and they get to kind of like, you get Yun Hua and Yun Bun especially, they get to kind of display some great martial arts. You know, albeit some really kind of questionable hair pieces and kind of like character costumes and makeup, but overall it's actually done really kind of like, it's really interesting. I mean, the cinematography, I mean, although it's kind of like grand and epic in scale, but some of it makes it feels gritty in some places as well. And you know, it's like the pacing of the film, it's really fast. I mean, I remember watching this movie, it was like, for me, it just felt like the film just flew by for a 99-minute, for a movie that's almost 100 minutes long. It just kind of felt like there was, the film just flew by, and it was just so kind of like breakneck speed. A lot of great fights, they are quite bloody in certain places. And yeah, the fact that it's, you know, they got great kind of like use of the Shaw Brothers studio, and also yeah, you know, the in terms of like the bad guys and the whole kind of mystery behind it was quite intriguing. And you know, the fact that you got some of these guys have some really kind of cool weaponry. I mean, Yunhwa's character, he has this kind of like almost like a Freddy Krueger kind of hand of like not made of knives, and he's kind of using that to kind of like to kill people, and that was done pretty cool. And I thought that was actually done, that was quite inventive. And you have like your characters with different types of swords, and you see how this you know, these people, these villages, and like more as the authorities are trying to kind of like just weed this gang out. And Wang Lung-wei, of course, is Johnny Wang Lung-wei. Of course, he's an absolute beast in this film. He does an absolutely amazing job, and he does great kind of like you know, he's great with his martial arts as always. And even him just playing like a menacing kind of like one of the bad guys of the clan, he's absolutely like he's just a delight to watch. I would say that he's really he's playing a very interesting character. Now, of course, this film was very rare to get a hold of. You know, this was like, you know, because it's one of the Shaw Brothers films that did not get any kind of like release from World North, or you know, nobody kind of like did like a dubbed version of this movie. It was very hard to kind of like get a hold of even like a good remaster of this film. But then somehow you know, the people that be at 88 Films, they managed to do really kind of like go out their way to kind of just obtain this film, which you know, it's quite great, because I do enjoy some of Sun Chung's work. I mean, I really enjoyed Avenging Eagle, which is of course in my if you see my previous videos in the top 50 kung fu movies, that is actually included in there, because that's an absolute classic. It's an absolute must watch with Alexander Fusheng and Ti Lung. A really good movie. Yeah, and this one here, it's like, you know, very kind of like, you know, it needed to be seen, because there are some really interesting kind of fight sequences, like great long takes and like really good acrobatic martial arts on display. Ni Kwong, who kind of wrote many of like the Shaw Brothers movies, including some of like the Bruce Lee films like Fist of Fury. He's the writer on that. You know, he actually did kind of craft together a great kind of like a great script for this, and you know, it's paced really well. Some really interesting kind of like set pieces, and just the, you know, the suspense keeps you guessing. The filming style is really good, and of course, I mean, this guy, he has actually, you know, he was a great director, I would say. I mean, definitely. I mean, not really on the level of like, for example, he didn't get the fame, I would say, as Chung Che, but he was very gifted. Sun Chung was very gifted. Yeah, but overall, I mean, maybe a few things here, and sometimes it just kind of seems like it's a bit more rushed. Maybe they could have done a bit more with the plot, but overall, I thought that there were more pluses than there were negatives. So I would kind of say this is a solid 3.5 out of 5. You know, definitely a film worth watching, and it is enjoyable. Well, in terms of the bonus features, let me just read through what's going on. You've got a slipcase with brand new artwork from Sean Longmore with 4 collector's art cards, which is the limited edition features. You've got a HD transfer from the original negative in 2.35:1 aspect ratio, high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentation, a 2.0 Mandarin with newly translated English subtitles, stills gallery, reversible sleeve featuring original Hong Kong poster artwork. Yeah, because this film, again, this was not released in the West, so we didn't get like any English dub included in this, because there never was an export dub. And of course, just in terms of like the packaging, you have the slipcase with the Sean Longmore artwork, yep, which actually looks pretty cool. And of course, then and that's the reverse of it, yep. And yeah, so in terms of like the back, and then of course you've got the same Sean Longmore artwork, and then you've got the original poster, theatrical poster artwork over here, if you can kind of see that. Yep. Okay, and then on top of that, I mean, I actually really like this I like the original artwork poster. It just kind of makes it look like a really big epic kind of movie, and it just sells the movie pretty well. And okay, and then you've got like over here, yeah, you got like these stills. Of course, this is the back of it, to kill a mastermind, and there's like a shot from the movie. Yeah, and there's another one. You know, it's there. I think all of them got the same reverse kind of look, but then you've got these art cards over here, and yeah, that's it. But overall, and that's pretty much it. That's all you get. I mean, it is kind of a bare bones release because there wasn't really that many kind of like bonus features, or there wasn't any kind of like yeah, there wasn't like any kind of like interviews or any kind of like featurettes. And in terms of like yeah, there isn't even a you know, there isn't even an audio commentary on this film, which, you know, would have been interesting as well. But you know, this is quite a bare bonesy release. But the fact that it's a very kind of like, it was a almost much forever almost considered to be lost kind of movie. The fact that no one ever thought that this would actually get like a Blu-ray release. I mean, the presentation, I mean, some of the shots, it does look a bit rough. You could tell that the you know, some of the shots did look a bit grainy at times, especially if you're watching this on like 4K TV like myself. But overall, it was a good presentation of the film, and the sound is great as well, and the colors look really interesting. But of course, this is a bleak and dark film anyway, so it doesn't have that kind of usual kind of like everything dialed up to 10 kind of Shaw Brothers kind of brightness kind of look. But it was interesting, you know. But yeah, but then I'm just hoping they could have had more. I mean, I would say even the release, the Blu-ray, I mean, the packaging, I would say definitely the packaging and the bonus kind of like limited edition features that we got, like the slipcase and the artwork, and also the cards that were actually the poster cards, they were pretty good. The art cards, yep, they were good. But the fact is that there isn't much. It's kind of almost like a very bare bones release. This is like, you know, there could have been a lot more to it. You know, they could have at least included some trailers, or even like there were some interviews that I'm sure, you know, they could have sourced them out, but unfortunately there wasn't. But yeah, you know, it's nice to have this in my collection, because a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I thought, yeah, you know, finally it's available, so why not check it out? But yeah, so I'm just going to say about it, this is a 3.5, only because you got the bonus content. So 3.5 in terms of the Blu-ray release itself. Not the greatest release that 88 Films has done, but definitely, you know, an interesting title, and I'd still buy it just to support these guys. They're an absolute, you know, they've done a great job. Well, yeah, that was my review for To Kill a Mastermind. I mean, if you've seen this film, I mean, which other martial arts film that has like pretty much not seen the light of day yet, or even seen a great release in terms of physical media, even in the West, which one would you like to see released? Let me know in the comments. Okay, this is Sid, signing out. Take care.